What's up everybody, this is Vanquish X. I normally talk about movies on this channel, but today I'm going to talk about another love of mine, and that is Gears of War, and give you guys my impressions of the multiplayer beta. I've loved Gears of War ever since I saw my friend play Gears of War 2, and after I came home that day, I just needed more of it. I had to know the story of the war going on screen, so I bought a double pack of Gears 1 and 2, and this led to the series becoming my favourite game franchise ever. After Gears 3 came along, I thought the series was over, it felt like an ending. You kill all the locusts and the war is done. So when the news came out about Gears of War 4, I got excited, but I was also concerned when the series had been handed over to another company, who are now known as the Coalition. Also focusing on all new characters instead of Delta Squad worried me a little, as I had grown with those characters and they were Gears of War to me, second being the great mechanics and gameplay. Going into this, I wasn't overhyped. I actually forgot the beta was coming out and just saw it on the Xbox dashboard and thought, oh, okay, let's download this and give it a go. So in the beta there's 3 game modes: Team Deathmatch that doesn't need any explanation, Co-op TDM where 5 players go up against 5 bots with hardcore AI, and Dodgeball, which is new to Gears of War and is just like Dodgeball, but deadly. Get killed, you're out, your team gets a kill, you're back in, and vice versa. There are 3 maps in the beta, Dam, Foundation and Harbour, and I liked each map. Some people have been saying that the maps are too big, and I suppose they are depending on the playstyle you have for Gears, but for me personally, I enjoyed them. I thought they were laid out well, things like power weapons were placed in good positions, and when you play them they don't feel as big as they look. It felt quite close actually, close quarters battles were happening all the time in my games. They have been a big thing in Gears multiplayer and they've definitely kept them, but just added more variety by having the maps be a bit bigger. The classic weapons are back. From the Lancer Assault Rifle where you can just chainsaw a bitch in half and have chainsaw battles, they're back by the way. The Nasher Shotgun, which is just so awesome, the Snub Pistol and the Hammerburst. Each gun was well done. The Lancer is good for long range fights where you can put down cover fire, clip a few guys and help your team get kills, and from mid range you can take a guy down pretty quickly. Also when you get that chainsaw off on someone, it's such a great feeling. The Nasher Shotgun is just brilliant to use. It could seem OP to some, but from mid-range it can take 3 or 4 shots to take someone down and kill them, and from close range, like in their face, it would take 1 shot. It's just great to use in the game. The only real problem I saw with it was with blind fire. If you're trying to kill a guy and you're not aiming in, it doesn't seem to do much, even though you see it hit him and he'll aim in once and destroy you. The Snub Pistol is alright, it's more of a last resort weapon where if you run out of ammo on another gun, you take out the snub and finish the kill, and the Hammer Burst, which is a burst weapon. It shoots about 6 rounds at a time, you have to keep hitting the trigger for each shot. It's a decent weapon, it can wreck from mid-range, but I just don't really like burst weapons. If you do, you should enjoy the Hammer Burst. Active reloads are back, and if you don't know what active reload is, it's basically when you reload, there is a bar, and when that bar hits a white line, you hit the reload button again and it increases the damage of your bullets. But what they've done with them doesn't really work. You can get an active reload whenever you want. You don't even have to shoot a bullet. You can active reload a whole clip, and I can just see this getting abused in the main game, especially with power weapons. I think you should at least have to use a clip before an active reload is even an option. Of course I'm going to talk about power weapons. Amongst them are the familiar Boom Shot, Torque Bow, Bolt-Talk Pistol, one of my personal favourite weapons from the series, Frag Grenades, the Long Shot and the all new Drop Shot, and they're all one hit kill except for the Bolt-Talk and Long Shot, which you need a headshot for. But the one hitters aren't like, for example, the power weapon from the Doom beta, where you can see through walls, you barely have to aim, and 9 times out of 10 you're guaranteed a kill. These power weapons actually require a bit of skill to use. The Boom Shot has a dip when you fire, so you have to aim higher than you think. If you don't, it normally lands awkwardly in the middle and kills no one. The Torque Bow, you have to stick them perfectly, which can be quite hard when your target is moving all over the place. You just miss otherwise, or you can do a smart move and hit the wall beside on the ground in front of them, and the blast might get you a kill. Moving on to the new Drop Shot, which if you don't know what you're doing with it, like I did, it's going to fail and blow you away. So the Drop Shot launches an explosive spike which travels through the air and then hits the ground, exploding and killing enemies in the vicinity. The first time I used it, it spat out the spike, it rolled around on the floor and blew me up. What I didn't realise is that the drop shot requires you to hold RT, which allows it to travel over the map, then you hit RT again when it's where you want it to be, sending it into the ground, setting it off and blowing enemies to pieces. It can't hit anything like a wall, a ceiling or a person close to you when it travels, as it just falls to the floor. Definitely trying to take down with this thing, as it is insane.
I am guilty, motherfuckers, I am death. You wanna hear a good joke?
Although I will say that they respawn way too quickly, to an extent that players just camp in the area waiting for the weapon. Maybe it should get used once and won't respawn till the next round or something like that, but they do respawn too quickly. When you begin a game, each team has 15 respawns and that number drops each time someone dies. When that number hits 0, you have to kill every member of the opposing team to win. And I really like this mechanic as it brings out the competitive nature out of you, and it brought a lot of teamwork with it as the team bands together to finish off the enemy, and I just really like the feel of that. The great cover system that Gears of War has been built upon is used to perfection here. It feels like a mashup of Gears of War 2 and 3, it's the best movement system they have had. Also, it's been improved upon in a great way by adding Yank and Vault Kick. Yank is when you're in cover and your enemy is on the other side, you can stretch over, pull them to your side and stun them. This then allows you to kill them. And Vault Kick is when, if you're running to cover and an enemy is on the other side, you can vault over the cover, kick your opponent in the face, stun them, and then you can finish them off by using the new knife takedown. This just changes up the cover system, but in a great way by making it more interesting and a bit more unpredictable. These moves can be countered, but the prompt is very fast. I didn't notice it every time, so it's all about reaction time with these. The reward system is also great. Even if you're completely shit at the game, you still get medals, like dying in most of the game, get more downs than kills and stuff like that, and I like that they reward you if you're bad, as it means you can still progress and keeps the non-skilled players happy, without changing the formula of Gears by making it easier, adding kill streaks or power-ups. It helps keep them around and not alienate them from maybe not being the best at the game. Gears of War 4 also introduces a bounty system where you can pick a card in between games that range between Rampage, Victory and Hunter. Victory just being won an online match, Rampage is earning a certain number of points, and Hunter is get 5, 8 or however many kills, and completing these gives you an XP boost after the match. The cards have a number on them that lowers every time you complete the task until the card is gone, which is when in the full game you'll have to buy more with credits you earn in-game or real money. The system is pretty cool, and in the full game I hope that when the cards go, it isn't in your face about buying them, but I did like it. The Gears of War 4 multiplayer was really good, I enjoyed the hell out of it, and the beta ran very smoothly. There was instances of lag near the end of the beta, but that was most likely an effect of the game getting put through its paces. When I loaded the game for the first time and got into a match, I could only see the leaderboard and couldn't play, but that only happened once, and the game froze when looking for a match, and that also only happened once or twice. Lastly, the graphics looked a bit lacking. If you look at the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, that looks amazing, and that's a remaster of a 9-year-old game. I was expecting something like that. Things like texture and character models looked a bit off, but hey, they have until October and they have time to fix and improve, which is exactly what this was for, to test and gain feedback, and I'm sure it'll look better when the game launches. I am so happy with what the Coalition has done with Gears of War. They've kept the core of Gears but improved on it with great things such as the cover, yank and vault kick. The game modes such as dodgeball and the new power weapon, the drop shot, will all be a hit with the fan base. I can just feel that. I loved playing this beta and I am really looking forward to the main game. Just to describe you guys what Gears of War means to me, Gears of War to me is what Halo is to Mr. Martash. If you've been on his channel or watched any of his Halo vids, you'll see how much Halo means to him. He loves that shit. Well, at least he used to.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Thanks again, the Coalition, for not fucking this up and pulling a 343 Studios and dividing the fan base. Thanks for making a great Gears multiplayer and hopefully an all-round great Gears game. Thank you. Well, that's it from me guys. If you liked the video, rock out on that like button, leave a comment and tell me your thoughts on the beta, and if you want me to do more videos like this. Also, don't forget to subscribe as it really helps me out. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video.